Hey guys, so this week is the my first submission for the Art Addicts Alliance, and if you haven't seen my announcement video, it's basically a group of artists, which there's 15 of us now, that are creating a piece of art every month based on a theme that was chosen by our subscribers. And this month's theme was Circus Freaks, and I don't remember who suggested that theme, but yeah, so whenever the theme was announced, for one thing I was pretty glad because we had enough time to work with the theme and, you know, get our pieces made and everything, so there was a good period of time there, and I was working on other things all at the same time, and so whenever I heard the theme, I wasn't quite sure what to do. As you guys might know, I did a collaboration with Junifarben Illustration a couple months ago. I think it was in November, and we worked with a circus theme, and so I was like, I wasn't quite sure what to do because I felt like I had already worked with the theme. So I started like looking up a bunch of pictures on Pinterest, which my searches went very. I looked up at a lot. I looked at a lot of different stuff on Pinterest, and I had this one idea to draw like conjoined twins, like twins conjoined at the shoulder, and like have one be kind of like, I don't know what you want to say, like one be more pretty and the other one kind of like not as confident about herself, and have like all these mirrors around. I don't know. And I don't know what caused me to change my mind about this. I feel like I'm repeating myself because I think I said this in my last video. It's like something like this in my last video. But I had this idea of like, what if like it almost became a more humorous thing? Like, what if I show them like struggling like on a carousel? Because I think I was looking at Pinterest again. I saw this carousel, and this idea just kind of popped into my head of them struggling on a carousel. And so that's what I did. But yeah, I had a couple different other ideas, but none of them kind of came close. Like I said, I was looking at a lot of different stuff. So anyway, I struggled a lot with this though, because whenever I was looking up reference on carousels, rarely do you find any taken at the perspective that this is in. Like, they usually show like the carousel horses like at their side, or yeah, basically they don't really show it from like the inside of the carousel and then looking directly at the horses from the front view. So that was one struggle. That was one struggle there. And the next thing was, I actually inked this 4 times. And there was just something wrong with with everyone. I messed up on something. The one I know, I messed up on the hands rather badly, and I was like, sometimes I get kind of lazy with the hands, I'll be perfectly honest. And this time I was like, you know what, like, I want to not stare at those hands afterward and regret them forever, so I'm going to try to put some effort in this time. Not that they're great looking hands, but at least I feel like I did my best. And other times it was like, with the clown in the background, I accidentally put his arm in front of like its head, and just there's a lot of things that just went wrong that I ended up painting this 4 times, which is such a waste of cardstock. But yeah. And so whenever it came to the colors though, I had a hard time with that too, in the way of like I was back and forth on whether I liked what I was doing or not. Like at one point I actually kind of liked it, at another point I didn't. But it was another case where I was using basically the 3 primary colors mainly. Like there's some violet in here and there's some blue violet in here, but it's mainly the 3 primary colors. And that's because, you know, like I said in my other circus themed drawing, like there's a lot of primary colors in like circuses and stuff like that. And it isn't even so much that I went for that color scheme that was the bad idea. I think it was just everything else. Like, I don't know. I think it was just my color choices in general. Like, I don't know if I don't think I really like the colors that I made the carousel in general, or even like the colors that I made the horses or anything. The girls are the only ones that have bright red on them, and I did that to make them stand out in the composition by them having the strongest like shades of red. Only the one on the left, she has like a little bit more of a orangey red, and the other one has like a more sophisticated red. And then like as for like the I don't know what you call it, but like the middle part of the carousel, I made it blue. I don't know if that was a good idea, but I knew that I didn't want it to be the same color as what the top part is. But I wish I would have changed the color of the top part and not have gone for that color. I don't know. Like, I feel like I learned a lot coloring this, like certain color combinations that I can use at some point in the future. Like using the pink to shade the yellow and stuff like that. Like, I think there were some interesting things I did there that I took mental note of that I can use at some point in the future. But I feel like whenever I just like look at this picture, it's not like the colors please me in any way. I don't know, I kind of have a mediocre feeling about the colors. It's like, it's not awful, but it's certainly not great. But yeah, I think this was really different to work on, and I am glad I got to work with this theme. And I would have probably never ever have thought of drawing conjoined circus twins riding a carousel had I not worked with this theme. Like I said, it was really fun to do, and I like little like drawings that have like little stories to them and stuff like that. Something I forgot to mention whenever I was talking about the theme is I think that it's kind of easy to go for one or the other whenever working with a circus theme. Like, you either think, well, I could go like the scary, creepy clown route, or I could go like the happy, like regular circus route, I guess. And I was kind of glad that I didn't really quite go with either. I don't know. Whenever you hear like the word circus freaks, I think it just makes you think like something kind of more twisted. So I was kind of glad to do something almost humorous. Almost humorous. Yeah. Anyway, I will make sure to link all of the other Art Addicts Alliance's members' channels or videos down below, and you know, make sure you check them all out. I'm really, really excited to see all of their submissions, and you know, check out our Facebook page and give that a like. And I'll see you. Oh, wait a minute. I guess the voting will start again after we upload this video, I think. I might be wrong. I'll post in the description if that's not the case. So if that is the case, you know, make sure you go vote, and I will see you guys next Tuesday, hopefully, and I will see you next month for the next Art Addicts Alliance video. Bye!